Story of a man wanted for attempted murder in a shooting inside an Alabama mall on Thanksgiving night is now in the Fulton County Jail.
This after family members say police who responded to the mall shot and killed the wrong man, and they are demanding justice. U.S. Marshals found and arrested 20-year-old Aaron Brown today in South Fulton.
Joe Hankey went to the neighborhood where the arrest occurred. Joe, what are people in that neighborhood saying about all of this?
Jeff, I talked with several neighbors. They told me the arrest happened quickly and without any problems. So several people living by the home didn't even know the arrest happened this morning. Others did not know about the shooting at an Alabama mall, but are relieved Aaron Brown is now in custody after hearing he was wanted for attempted murder. A neighbor on Highwind Way in South Fulton emailed our newsroom pictures of U.S. Marshals on their street. U.S. Marshals confirmed they came to South Fulton at 9:30 this morning and arrested Aaron Brown at a relative's home. People living nearby did not want their faces shown on camera and say they did not know anything about this suspected mall shooter next door.
That was his relative. Maybe the guy who lived next door knew or didn't know. I can't make a judgment on the situation that was going on next door because I don't know.
I just thought it was a crazy coincidence, that's all. But didn't think nothing of it other than what a crazy coincidence.
Brown is now being held at the Fulton County Jail and is expected to eventually be taken back to Jefferson County, Alabama. Alabama investigators say Brown is being charged with attempted murder and possibly additional charges. The mall shooting happened Thanksgiving night at River Chase Galleria Mall in Hoover, Alabama, close to Birmingham. Police say a fight between two men ended in gunfire, injuring an 18 and a 12-year-old. And after being initially ID'd as the suspected gunman, police shot and killed Amantic Bradford. But now they say they no longer believe he was involved in the shooting.
No justice! No peace! No.
Protests, memorial services, and marches have now been held demanding justice for Bradford.
And it hurts me to the core. My son is gone. I can't get him back.
Bradford's family is demanding video and other evidence from the shooting be released. But ALEA, the Alabama law enforcement agency, in a news release wrote, the investigation is ongoing, including the officer-involved shooting from the same evening and location. It is highly likely that prematurely releasing information, including video evidence, would have hampered the investigation's progress thus far. Today, Hoover Council member Derek Murphy talked directly to ALEA during a press conference.
I'm making a request to ALEA to allow the city of Hoover to release the limited information we have. Mayor Frank Mercado, Chief Durzis, and my fellow council members are all in full support of this request.
And a Fulton County Jail spokesperson tells me an extradition hearing could take place tomorrow for Aaron Brown, and then he could be heading back to Alabama. In the newsroom, I'm Joe Hankey, 11 Alive News.